This dirty trucking, dirty trucking. It seems like that game, that bullshit that's going on with me, they are doing with my son. See, I don't know what happened here. Told my son to send me your approval letter. What did they give you to think you was approved? Because what he showed me was just something showing that they had a one studio for 9 something. Then mentioned something about a 1-bedroom apartment. But that doesn't erase the fact that they could have switched that. It may have did say what he told me it said. And they switched it because they good with that. They are able to switch documents online and make it read like something else than what you saw. He thought he was approved. He told me he was approved. I was congratulating him because he was approved. He told me all he had to pay was $500. He had got a welcome packet, the welcome thing to the portal. Why would you send him to the portal? Well, I know that's the portal to pay your deposit, but it says it's when I told him to send me a screenshot of what he saw about the $500. So he see that I'm reading the first line. It's talking about we see you not a resident. But I'm wondering, did it say something else before that? Because you see, my son don't pay attention like I do. And I noticed when my son had this issue with his car, with a part he had to get replaced and sent off, I noticed something that he didn't notice. And he don't notice this shit. I believe they doing exactly what they doing to me, to my son. And he just don't pay attention to the shit. Because he ain't giving a fuck. He don't give a fuck about it. He don't give a fuck what you doing. He don't want to be a part of that shit. You did it. Oh, well. Me, I'm looking at that shit. This is some shit you shouldn't be doing. This is wrong what the fuck you did. This boy thought he was approved for an apartment. I thought he was approved. I was congratulating him. He's supposed to have been getting his... How do you go from sending me a message about you getting your keys on Friday to turn around and talking about I didn't get it? After I sent him a message talking about, congratulations, son, be happy and thankful. He turned around and say I didn't get it because he just read the email that came at 2 o'clock. And see, I'm starting to put this game together. There was a news story by the state attorney general because she's investigating DTE. She's investigating DTE because they have some sort of, I don't know if you call this a scam or whatever it is, some sort of scam going on where they're automatically enrolling residents in the paperless billing program. It's supposed to be some sort of, the way she mentioned it, some sort of trial paperless billing. But she said she got an email about it. And I'm putting this game together. After I read this, my son, he gets an email now telling me he didn't get the apartment an hour after he walked in there with his documents. But you just admitted, a couple days ago, you told me you was approved and you was getting up the money for your deposit. I was waiting to assist him if he needed help. That's wrong to do that. Tell somebody they got an apartment, then you turn around and play some switching game online with the documents, the paperwork he got sent that he read saying that he was approved. Now when he look at it again, it don't say that shit. That's wrong what you doing here. And that's letting you know the people in this city that is involved with that shit. The same people that I already knew was involved with that shit because I noticed this shit years ago. These people in this city are involved with this shit. You're not helping the black residents in this damn city. You playing fucking games and you switching shit. And I don't like nobody doing this shit to my goddamn son. My son deserves a place to fucking stay. After what you did to me, my family, and what happened to him because of that shit you did to my family, he deserves a place to stay. But they're playing some game here. Let me go back to the state attorney general. Okay, now DT is being investigated. Because I don't understand. Because see, what happened was, apparently she clicked on the email and somehow got enrolled in this paperless billing. And then after she got enrolled, I believe she ended up with some past due charges or something. Because she wasn't getting her bills in the mail. Because she got enrolled in the paper billing. But when the scam part come in, apparently she was enrolled in it just by clicking on the email, not by clicking. While she's reading the email, I guess reading about this trial run about a paperless billing, she ends up somehow, I guess they had this email rigged. When she clicked on it, it actually enrolled her in it. And see, and I feared this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. I said, y'all going to fuck around and do this shit that I was complaining about to somebody in law enforcement, and they going to catch your motherfucking ass, and your ass going to be in a world of trouble. Now, DTE done did that. Now, there was a news story about that. And I'm going to include the link to it. There was a news story about that. Now, there's an investigation of DTE and their billing process. DTE should have been investigated a long time ago. All the residents complain about DTE and they billing. But I've been a resident here a long time. And DTE has always offered two forms to get your bill. It's either paper bill or paperless billing. I have never in my life heard anything about a trial paperless billing. Period. And so let me put this game together. So I came home. I made a video yesterday that I came home. There was 3 dots on my rug. Now my son tell me they wanted all of his social security number, but the last 3. They looking for numbers to a lottery game. You sit up there and built my son's hope up because you established some lottery game. So let me tell you what's going on in the streets today. Now, I don't know how these people knew I was online looking up Christian versus Baptist, the meaning of all that, and looking for a place to buy a Bible because I need to put one in the home because I don't have one in the home. Ever since I looked that up online, in my daily about stuff I had to do out here, I'm being routed around places where they mentioning the word Christian or Christians on the building, or I'm around people talking about, now today I had 2 guys around me. One was an off-duty officer, another one was his buddy. The buddy mentioned his brother works at Warren Truck Plant, and the off-duty officer over there mentioning something about it, won the lottery. They talking about winning the lottery. He won the lottery, stuff like that. This is shit being mentioned to me today. See this? You see where I'm going with this shit? How did you know I was online Googling shit about Christian? So I end up over there. There's 3 guys over there in the Motor City casino area. Now I don't go to the casino, but they were over there. In my interactions of what I have to do, these guys was mentioning I know where some good pubs at on Michigan Avenue. And then I said, yeah, I know some area where most of the people hang out where the pubs at. Dropped them off at McShane's over there. But when I mentioned the pubs that I know that they go to, he said, "Go, okay, thank you, Google." Mentioning me because I guess I'm Google, a live Google. But after he said that, I had a problem with one of my apps. It was searching for the GPS signal, and I had to switch to the Google version of it. You see where I'm going with this shit? This shit was nothing but a game. They not only using me, you've been using something about my son involving this illegal, this gambling shit I've been talking about. That's wrong with what the fuck you did. And I believe he was approved. I believe you switched the wording in that letter that he's seeing online. And when he reread it, now it's looking like this just a general application process. I believe he was approved. I believe you switched it. Because I saw something they did with him when he was trying to get a part fixed. They switched the numbers on the part. The part was switched. Because when I saw the numbers that he showed me of the picture he took of the other part, it wasn't the same numbers, and I mentioned it to him. My son don't pay attention to that shit. I did. They out here looking for numbers. What numbers on that? This is shit they saying around me. What numbers is on that shit? Now you want all of his social security number but the last 3. It was 3 dots on my rug when I came home yesterday. You see where I'm going with this? All this shit is about some sort of gambling. Now he mysteriously get an email saying he ain't approved. I believe he was approved. I believe what he saw read that he was approved and that he had to have a $500 deposit. I believe it was. And I believe somebody switched it to make it look like that ain't what he read. That ain't what they sent. And they need to stop this bullshit. You're going to get arrested. You're going to get caught doing this shit. It's only a matter of time. They going to link what the fuck I'm saying to what the fuck you been doing. This shit is not only involving me, it's my son. My son deserves a place to stay. If my son don't get that studio where he said he was approved, now he think he was approved, he assumed he was approved, because they switching shit, making it look like he didn't read what the fuck he just read. How do you tell me you approved? Now you ain't approved. Don't nobody do no shit like that. Don't nobody get approved and get excited about an apartment and then turn around and start thinking, well, I assumed I was approved. No, you were approved. It's something they did with the letter or what you was reading online. They done switched the wording to make it look like you wasn't approved. This is just a general application process. Somebody better tell me what the fuck going on here, because right now, I'm motherfucking goddamn pissed. I was happy my son had found a nice place. You got 100 apartments dedicated to low income. My son was supposed to be in one of those studios. He said he was approved for a studio, but wasn't approved for low income. Okay, where would he get that from? And then turn around. See, the screenshot of what he saw, I didn't read it. That's why I made my mistake. I didn't read it when he sent that screenshot to me, because had I read it, I probably would have read that he was approved. And then I would have been able to verify that that shit was switched. They switch this shit online. They do this shit online. And see, here they done fucked around and done some shit that to the state attorney general, and she done caught the shit. Now they getting investigated for it. I'm telling you, what you did was wrong. And I'm wondering, of the residents getting approved at that building, what is the ratio of white to black over there? I'm just wondering, how did my son get approved, say he was approved? You only wanted 6 of his social security number, not the last 3. Who does that? This is at a new apartment building. He said on the application they only wanted the first 6 of his social security number. You looking for numbers. You looking for lottery numbers. Everything I do, you looking for numbers. You looking for lottery numbers. You thinking shit I'm saying, shit I got, shit in my car, shit I'm doing is producing winning lottery numbers. And if that ain't it, you looking for the lottery numbers I'm playing, and you make sure that shit don't come out. This all has to do with gambling. But now I'm pissed now. You didn't involve my son. You've been doing this shit to my son. I've always had a suspicion that you've been doing this shit to my goddamn son. I don't play these kind of goddamn games here. You're going to be held accountable for this goddamn bullshit.